Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Jim with Passport to Thailand. I hope you're having a great day wherever you are in the world. Hey, today's video is a video on the top 5 reasons foreigners are leaving Thailand in 2026. Let's dive right into it. All right, the first reason and the number one reason is the new tax liability and reporting requirement for foreign income coming into Thailand. Basically the 180-day rule. If you're in Thailand over 180 days in a calendar year, you could be taxed on income that you bring into the country. There are checklists and of requirements that have to be made, but when Thailand rolled that out a few years ago, it was a knee-jerk reaction, and a substantial amount of foreigners left the country shortly after they announced that. Now, I can't validate the report that I pulled up on it, but I was reading that 55% of foreigners that were in Thailand living here, long stay, left the country when that was rolled out a few years ago. I can tell you this from experience. Thailand reacted not super fast, but they did start to ease it up and change it to try and stop the bleeding, so to speak, to get people to not leave. But right now, there's still somewhat of a qualification for that. And I'm not going to go into the details, but that's the number one reason people were leaving and leaving still in 2026. Let's go to number 2. Number 2 is what's called visa burnout. If you've met other expats here or long-term stay foreigners, you hear visa burnout. What is it? Well, in Thailand, compared to other Southeast Asian countries, Thailand's visa process is a little more difficult, costs a little more, and there's a little bit more involved on a quarterly basis and a yearly renewal basis. It is what it is. I just went through the process, and I can tell you, it was a couple days of preparation and paperwork and photographs and bank affidavits and all sorts of stuff, and a packet of information about that thick that we had to bring to immigration, spend half the day there again for the next, it's called an extension of stay, to keep the visa active for another year. So it just is what it is, but it's real. And the 90-day reporting, it's easy to forget it. It's a 500 baht per day charge fee if you don't do your 90-day check-in, and that can add up to a lot of money very quickly. It's about $15 US a day. The 90-day reporting, what is it? I've done many videos on it already, but what it is just telling the immigration you haven't moved. I'm still at this address. But there's paperwork involved, and it takes time to do it. So a lot of people just get fed up with it, and then they just decide to go to a country that's a little bit easier to stay. So that's number 2. Let's go into number 3. The rising cost of goods, services in Thailand. Is it getting more expensive here? Yes and no. In the major cities, yes. In the rural areas, I don't feel it. My wife, we don't feel it up here, but certainly in the major cities, of course, the cost of goods have gone up for a lot of reasons. The one particular thing that has gone up in cost here up in the north is the cost to build. The cost of material has gone up substantially compared 4 years ago when I built my home to when we built the hotel. Major difference in the cost per square meter. So yes, it has gone up, but really more of the major cities are feeling it right now than in the rural areas. Okay, number 4, environmental infrastructure issues in Thailand. What am I talking about? Expats and foreigners complain about 2 specific things. One is smoky season, which we're in right now. It's February, and I did videos on that. You can check those out if you're interested. And number 2 is road safety. More specifically, road fatalities in Thailand are at the top of the list. Driving in Thailand is not easy, and it takes a while to get to learn how to drive comfortably, in Thailand, but your head's on a swivel all the time. As an American coming over here, I was terrified the first 6 months of driving in this country. So I understand that can be a deal breaker, that maybe aren't real confident drivers, but maybe they were in their country because everyone followed the laws very strictly and it was easier to get around. Here, laws are kind of suggestions, and there's a whole bunch of road hazards in this country that I never experienced in the United States. So I can understand, while that is a big topic, smoky season and driving in here. On that topic, I'm going to Chiang Mai in a few weeks, and I'm going to do a video on what it's like to drive from where I'm at in Nan to Chiang Mai. It's about a 7-hour-ish drive through the mountains. So stay tuned for that video. I'm going to share with you what it's like as an American driving in this country. So that might validate that topic a little bit better. Okay, so let's move on to number 5. The lack of long-term stability, or more specifically, what upsets foreigners and expats in Thailand is the lack of land ownership opportunities. As a foreigner in Thailand, you cannot own land currently. I have a suspicion that that's going to change in the not too distant future, but currently you cannot. So, for example, I built a home with my wife here in Thailand. The land is in her name and the house is in both of our names. We went and had an attorney do all sorts of specific paperwork prior to building. God forbid she were to pass, I could have control of the property itself to get it sold. So that's one thing you'll need to do if you're going to build here in Thailand and you're married to a Thai spouse. You can lease land and build your home on it. Condos, you can own freehold, as they call it. You own the condo as a foreigner, which is an option if that's something you really want to do. So those are the 5 top reasons for 2026 that people are leaving. I'm asked all the time, where are they going? Well, there's a lot of Southeast Asian countries currently that are competing for foreigners, wealthy expats, long-term stay people coming over to their country. Number 1, Vietnam. Number 2, the Philippines. Number 3 is Cambodia. Number 4 is Indonesia. And number 5 is Malaysia. These are all excellent alternatives if Thailand doesn't work out for you for whatever the reason. Out of all the other Southeast Asian countries I have just mentioned, Thailand's visa process is the most labor intensive, the most detailed, and the most expensive. And this is why it's expensive. If you're here as a single man or a single woman and you don't have a Thai partner to help you do the visa renewal process, you will typically hire a visa agent or an immigration attorney to do that yearly renewal for you. That's not cheap. The cheapest that I have seen it, and these are visa agents doing it for around $600 to do the renewal for you. Attorneys always charge a little more. We'll leave it at that. So what I did, I just did a visa renewal for me on a marriage visa. And my wife and I did it. And quite honestly, the packet of information was about that thick. Took about 3 days for us to prep the package to be able to bring it in. And the renewal for the what they call extension of stay on the marriage visa was $60 US, something like that. So substantially less because we did it. But I did it with her because she reads and writes Thai and understands the process easier than I do. So, you know, I understand how people can feel getting burned out with the process, specifically if they don't have help. So, something to think about. Those are the top 5 reasons. I can tell you this, I mean, no place is perfect in the world. I'm not planning on leaving Thailand anytime soon. Neither is my wife. You know, if she said, hey, I don't like it here anymore, let's go somewhere else, I'd do it just because I want to, you know, be with her, and we'd probably find someplace better, but I don't know where that would be quite yet. If I had to make a decision today to go somewhere else in Southeast Asia, honestly, I think I would go to the Philippines. Vietnam is great, but why the Philippines for me? English-speaking country. 73% of the Filipinos that live there speak fluent English. It's part of their educational process, and it would make my life a lot easier down the road, just for a lot of reasons. So something to think about. Now, I mentioned it before, there's no perfect place in the world. You know, there's a whole bunch of issues in where I come from in the United States. You know, it's not a deal breaker, but these are irritations for sure. They are. And I'll share with you the Thai government's not dumb. They're making changes specifically to make it easier to be here. They just announced a few things this week to make visa renewals and qualifications much easier. So stay tuned for that. I'll update you as soon as I find out. But those are the top 5 reasons people are leaving Thailand in 2026. Let's see what happens. So like I always say in Thailand, there's always an option, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care, everybody. See ya.